Hey everyone, Todd here. I hope everybody is enjoying their weekend and looking forward to Monday, tomorrow. In any event, I wanted to come on here and share some thoughts about something that's been on my mind a little bit and actually came back to the forefront of my mind earlier today. I've had a couple of people reach out to me over the last week or so, and they've said some things that have reminded me about this syndrome that I see over and over and over again, and it's called the frustrated. Let me see if I can say that correctly. The frustrated entrepreneur syndrome. So, what is the frustrated entrepreneur syndrome? It has a lot to do with somebody who's trying to start their own business and keeps hitting roadblocks, one after the other, that just knocks the air right out of them. And a lot of people, it's not that they don't have perseverance, it's just that they get frustrated. And frustration is a normal reaction to situations that aren't going the way you want them to go. So what do you do about it? I mean, it's really easy for someone to say, oh, you just brush yourself off and you just keep going forward. Well, some people really get damaged sometimes by these frustrating events. And I'll give you a perfect example. It kind of reminds me of actually back in the day when I was trading futures, that there were people selling programmable, programs, trading systems is what they were selling. They were basically saying, plug this system into your TradeStation software, buy when it says buy, sell when it says sell, and you're going to make a lot of money. Just look at the historical results. You'll make a lot of money trading this system. And of course, you know, all of these programs cost $3,000 each. We actually had something called the $3,000 Club, which were made up of frustrated traders who would spend $3,000 on multiple trading systems and have lost the money when they tried to implement them. Now, the dirty little secret about these trading systems is the programmers would go back and program out the historically bad trades. So when you load your historical data and apply the trading system, everything looks great. Wow, wins 97% of the time. How can I lose, right? All right, so how does that relate to the frustrated entrepreneur syndrome I'm talking about? We have the exact same thing going on with make money online gurus. They're just putting out a different kind of $3,000 trading system. And frustrated entrepreneurs end up in the $3,000 club, right? But sometimes it's the $5,000 club or the $10,000 club, or heaven forbid, the $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 club. They spent all this money on training. They've trusted gurus. They've believed in systems that they were told were going to work. And the only thing that happened is they lost the money and they've become frustrated. And worse yet, and this is the damage I'm talking about, is it's harder to trust people. Now when maybe the next program that they look at, it checks all of the boxes, right? It makes them feel comfortable. They feel they can do it. They just need the proper guidance and all that, but they don't. They don't take advantage because, they've got a wound, or they're wounded because of the experiences that they've had in the past with these gurus. This is one of the single biggest reasons Elena and I wanted to form this group, was to make it a safe place where people could talk about, hey, I'm thinking of buying this system. Does anybody have any experience with it? Hey, everybody and their brother's promoting this program this week. Has anybody heard of it? What do you think? What's your opinion? And Elena and I have said time and time again, there isn't a program or a system or a thinly disguised version of something that's been out there 100 times that we haven't seen. We've seen all of these, okay? And we can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, Elena wrote a book. Elena wrote this book, letting you know the different ways to make money online and how hard some of them are and how long it can take to make money and, so on and so forth. So if you have a question I'm looking at so-and-so's program and this is what the program is about. What do you think? We can give you a learned opinion. Now, there's a lot of good stuff out there that, I mean, it's really difficult to find because it doesn't check all of the sexy sizzle boxes that these internet marketers really need to have to promote to the masses, to do what I call hit and run marketing. There's marketers out there. This is how they run their business. They literally spend 11 months building a fresh list of people that maybe have no experience with them, but can see all their credentials that they put out there. And then they spend a month hammering them over the head, trying to sell them that one program that they'll promote for that 1 month. Then they'll go away for a year. You won't see them again, for another year, except maybe when they're doing their list building activities again. Then there's these other kind of internet marketing gurus out there whose their business model is to send you the deal of a lifetime every week. Hey, the deal of the lifetime is this guy's program this week. Hey, the deal of a lifetime is that guy's program the next week. Hey, the deal of a lifetime is my program this week or this month or this year, until people find out it either isn't everything they said it was, or they find out that the guy promoting it won't even support their own people. Or worse yet, the people that are supposed to be supporting you turn out to be douchebags. They just become an obstacle in and of themselves. So what do you do? I mean, if you've gone down this road a couple of times and you've been burned, what do you do? Well, know that you're in the right place, first of all. Okay, because this is we try to make this a burn-free zone. All right. We want to, one, be a resource for you to be able to run by us in the various topics. And if you don't see a topic kind of related to the income profit center that you want to discuss, make it. Or I think if you can't make it, we can make it. We'll make it for you. And we can discuss whatever you want to discuss in that topic. We just want to keep things, topically related. So that people can easier to find this information down the road. Okay. So what do you do? Well, first of all, again, ask us about it. If you're looking at a $5,000 program you're thinking to buy and you're scratching your head or you've been burned a couple of times, what's the harm in asking Elena or myself or posting it in the group? That's what I would generally do. When you direct message us, if we think it's something that the entire group would benefit from, we don't want to answer you in a direct message. We'd rather you post it in the public, right? In the public group, in the appropriate topic, so that we can address it and everybody can benefit from the information. Generally, I don't mind calling out names. I have a couple of names I kind of like to call out right now, but I think I won't, except one. And this is no secret. I've done a podcast on this. It's Dan Holling's The Plan. You can go onto YouTube, find my it's not even a review. More of a, I don't want to call it a rant. Maybe it was a rant, but I just have a real problem with these crypto trading programs, and a lot of it has to do with what I told you about when I was a trader. And I know what people do with systems, and I just hate that people try to make something like trading financial derivatives easy. It's not easy. And you shouldn't trust a bot to do it. If you don't understand how to do it without a bot, you shouldn't be doing it with a bot. Okay, I better get off this soapbox fast. But I've talked to so many people that just lost the money with a program that is touted as being one of those programs you just can't lose money with. Make money, market up, down, sideways, Anyway, so what do you do besides talking to Elena or myself, in the public area of the group about things you're thinking about looking at? Well, I think we should all take a deep breath for a second and take a step back and understand that some of the things that are working, that will work, are the things that have been working for years, and they're not super sexy. They're not super sexy, and they're work. All right. So anything that's going to make you money online, it's going to take work. And again, and we've said this 100 times, and you know that this is the case, but hear it again. Anybody out there that's trying to sell you a training program or a system to make money and makes any allusions to it being completely passive or easy, or you'll make a ton of money, it's just bullshit. Okay. It's just not true. They're just trying to move your money from your pocket into their pocket. And they're using the emotion and the psychological triggers and the fear of missing out and incomplete presentations that give you step one about how great this is. And conceptually, it kind of makes sense in your brain. And there's these, feeling buttons that they push, and you decide, okay, I'm going to trust this system. I'm going to trust this person. And then you get let down. Okay. So how do you avoid that? Well, if you look at some of the things that we're doing in this group, all right, with the affiliate marketing and using other people's funnels and creating funnels for you and done stuff for you, that's where you should be looking, okay? I've said this before numerous times. I think everybody should have their own website. I think everybody should be selling small programs and high-ticket programs. I think everybody should be building their list. Okay, now I say all of this. As a matter of fact, I just finished my book. It's called The Affiliate Code. It's going to be coming out soon. You guys are going to get it for free, all right? And in the book, it's so funny. I started to write this book, and it got to over, I don't even remember. I think it was over 900 pages long, and you can't publish a book that long on Amazon. They just literally can't print a book that big. Okay, it's war and peace times, whatever. So I had to make some decisions, and I kind of skinnied the book down to, 150 pages or so. And the rest of the book I'm just going to put online in the form of courses. But here's the bottom line. When I was writing this book, it was kind of a realization I came to, is to make money online really the right way, for long term, to be legitimate and consistent, it's a lot of work. And you got to learn a lot of different things. And it's not that any of them are all that hard, but it's a lot, okay? And then you throw somebody into this mix that doesn't do really good with technical stuff. Let's say, okay, maybe they can tie their shoes, but you tell them to install WordPress or get some hosting or buy a domain name, and the smoke just comes out of their ears. It's such a foreign thing to them. We get that, all right? So, this is kind of a long way of going about letting you know that you can keep looking for the Holy Grail, and every now and then a great program will come around and we'll promote it, like Legendary, and there's some others, okay, that we'll be talking about later. It's so hard, man, there's so many things I want to tell you guys, but I don't want to overwhelm you or confuse you or get you going with shiny object. But I'm going to go back to the fundamentals that I was talking about, is while you're doing these other things, you should be thinking about building your list. All right. And fundamentally, the way you build a list can be done with a simple 1 or 2 page website, a decent lead magnet, and some tech. You're going to need an autoresponder. You're going to need a page builder to make the website. Okay. And then you're going to need some email sequences to nurture that audience. Now, having said that, I'm going to tell you, I was one of the worst guys at doing a lot of this. I was great at building the sites. I was great at putting out the content to engage people. I was okay at generating lead magnets for people to opt into my email list. Where I always fell down over the last 20 years was emailing the list. I would build these huge lists and send maybe 1 or 2 emails a year just because I was doing really well with other stuff. I kind of devalued my list, if you will. Okay, and that was a mistake. It was a huge mistake. Okay, I have one business now where we have 17,000 people on the email list, which did not take that long to develop. And every time we email that list, we make money. We literally, my wife and I sit around going, okay, what can we email that list today? I know we just emailed them a few hours ago, but is it too soon to email them again? And what should we send them and all that? Because it's so consistent in how it generates money. And this is why I tell people, you need to build a list. Okay, but if you don't have all of the puzzle in front of you, just telling you to go build a list can bounce right off of you as being meaningless, right? Why build a list? Why? What is that going to do for me? Well, I don't even have a website right now. I'm still, I just spent $3,500 on that. I just spent $1,500 on this. I just spent $5,000 on that. All of it bullshit. And now Todd's telling me to build a list. What, I'm supposed to trust Todd? There's so many things that you can do with the list. Okay. So I didn't mean for this to be like a training session. I'm trying to answer the question about, the frustrated entrepreneur syndrome. And the thing is there's a few things you can be doing that'll move yourself ahead, even if you don't really understand, where it's eventually headed. And getting a website together and building a list is one of them. Okay. So these are exercises that we have a lot of resources in the course area on how to do. I have another one I'll be posting, actually, another course on specifically list building. All right. Because it's that important. But primarily where we're seeing the success and where I'm headed for at least the next 10 years, is promoting affiliate programs, whether they're small or whether they're large. And it was so funny because as I was writing the affiliate code book, I hired somebody, even though I've done funnels, so many funnels in my life, I hired somebody to do my funnel for me. And he kind of interviewed me for the funnel and started to ask me about my wins in affiliate marketing. And it was so funny because I blanked for a second. I'm like, gosh, wins. Making money in affiliate marketing. I mean, I had to think for a minute. And he didn't necessarily well, he wanted the big ones too, but he really wanted to know about all the little ones. And by little, we mean, I made $856 in 1 hour doing this. I made, $2,000 or $3,000 over the course of a week, doing this. And all of it from affiliate programs. And those were the things you were interested in. Well, anyway, by the time I got done actually thinking about it, I was shocked at how many tiny affiliate programs, or by the act of sending out one email about one program, all these programs that I really believed in, right, generated X amount of dollars in revenue. And that just didn't mean anything to me because I was also doing other things that were making millions of dollars, right? But the fact of the matter is my one single biggest payday, $11.1 million in February 2017 was with an affiliate program. Even though the program happened to be mine, okay, the affiliates were promoting it. And what really blew me away, all right, so here's my program, $11.1 million top end sales, 40% to affiliates. I had my staff. We then had to take care of all of the people and the customer service and some refunds. My affiliates, while I'm doing all of this work on this program, not only developing it initially and the money involved to put the program together, but while I'm actually providing the program to the people that bought it, my affiliates were traveling the world and buying Lamborghinis and laying on beaches thinking, wow, that was a great program Todd put together. And I'm the one doing all the work. They ended up making more money ultimately than I did. And that was when I said, okay, I'm done creating my own programs for a while. Other than stuff like this mastermind where we're trying to get this kind of word out to people, the future is in promoting other people's programs. I have people come to me say, I'm really interested in, name a really thin vertical niche. Okay. Insert vertical niche here that nobody really has ever heard of. I really want to make money doing that. And I'm like, why? Why do you want to do that? Well, I think I'm going to write a book, or I'm going to create some lead magnets myself, and I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to write this course. And I'm like, no one's going to buy that. Or if they do, it's going to be so much work. Why don't you just find something as close as you can to that if you're feeling this connection, that somebody else did, and sell that. You know, the commission you're going to get, I promise you, you're going to be much happier with than being the actual course promoter or the course creator. And now this is coming from somebody that's created over 50 courses, okay? And has written now 3 books. And all I can think about is promoting other people's programs, especially as I just turned 60, okay? And again, and wanting to kind of, you know, be able to just work on the computer in the lowest stress environment I can come up with. It's promoting other people's programs. Now, the best way you can do that is by emailing a list. So it comes right back to the list, all right? And the way you make that list is by having an opt-in page or multiple. You could have hundreds of opt-in pages out there on various niches where people are getting a lead magnet, a nice giveaway that they want. It's a report even maybe somebody else wrote. We can talk about that later on too. I've given away hundreds of lead magnets that I have not written, okay? I guess we'll talk about it right now. There's a whole industry out there called PLR, private license rights, all right? So these are materials that content creators have created, and then they sell to you under a license for you to go put it out as your own content. You put your name on it, you can change it, add to it, which I suggest you should do. You should modify it a little bit, but you're not starting from a blank page. So you're taking this other content that you've paid maybe $6 for, right? You've gone through, you've put your voice to it, you've branded it with your name if you're doing that, or your brand if you're hiding behind a brand. By hiding, you know what I mean? A lot of people don't want to put themselves out there as an influencer. It's a whole nother conversation. Let's not left turn too hard today. But my point is, getting a lead magnet together is not difficult. We have a course, a free course in this community you can take on creating a lead magnet, all right? And maybe I'm confused. If it's not in here, it's going to be with the affiliate book courses, all right? But it's easy to do. You put it out there, you write some articles, you link to your opt-in page, you have the opt-in page on the website. You know, you can buy articles, you can write articles, you can use AI to create articles. You're putting some content out there and generate traffic, right? And no matter whether it's a little bit of traffic or a lot of traffic, you're going to eventually be building your list, and then you're going to be emailing your list, nurturing the list, and sending them offers, okay? And the kind of offers eventually you want to be sending them will lead to high ticket programs that, again, are not yours, okay? That other people have created that have been around for a while. Or even if they're newer, they're at least put out by people I trust. So if one of these guys came to me and said, hey, I just wrote this program, I'm launching it, will you be an affiliate for me? You know, if I trust them, I say yes. If they're one of the scumbags, douchebags that I know are just hit and run on the wallet, it's like, no, not going to do it, right? And I'm to the point now where I've been so vocal publicly, the douchebags don't even reach out anymore because they know I won't promote a douchebag, okay? So, again, if you're a frustrated entrepreneur, first stop buying high ticket programs, or just stop. Even if I'm telling you, hey, go buy Legendary Marketer, don't. Okay. I think what you should do is put in the time to develop some actual assets that are yours. Landing pages, websites, write some articles, right? Start building the list and then nurture your list. And then you can start emailing them offers, right? There's some marketplaces I like. ClickBank, they're okay, right? They gave me a Tesla with that launch I was telling you about, which I promptly got rid of. And there's the two that I have love-hate relationships with, JV Zoo and Warrior Plus. A lot of hit and run con artists on those marketplaces, but a lot of decent stuff also. You just have to know how to sift through it. Who's the jerks? Stay away from, I can't remember his name. If I could remember his name, I would tell you. He never has a shirt on, and I know a lot of times I never have a shirt on. But I've gotten better with that, thanks to Elena. Elena reminds me to put a shirt on when I go on camera now. But, yeah, I can't remember this guy's name. Jojo Armstrong, I believe is his name. Don't ever buy anything that guy puts out, okay? And there's a whole list of other people that are like that. And shame on those platforms for letting them operate with pretty much impunity. It's, the people, I don't want to get in trouble for saying this, but I really believe that people that run those platforms obviously are putting up with a certain percentage of scumbaggery, or they wouldn't let people like that continue on the platforms. In any event, every now and then you'll run across a real good programmer that has made a really nice WordPress plugin, and maybe it's designed a special way to put video on a website, on a WordPress site. And so people that have like specialized, their hobby maybe is WordPress, and they have blogs on WordPress, and they have lead magnets on WordPress, and they've generated lists of people interested in WordPress stuff. Shoot them an email saying, hey, so-and-so's just come out with this really cool plugin that does this with video on your site, and click here to go see the demo on it, and yada, 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 and you're earning commissions. Okay, that's as complicated as it needs to be. You don't need to be listening to a guru that's selling you the sizzle on some secret development, some special crypto trading bot that nobody else has, that's going to make you bazillions of dollars. If it's sizzling and it's trendy, it's bullshit. All right. If you want to make money, you need to stick to the basics. You need to build sites. You need to build lists. You need to find good offers and present them to your list. Okay. You can, what's really cool right now though, is we used to use a lot of paid advertising to build our lists and find leads. Right now, the short form video format on TikTok and YouTube Shorts and Instagram and Facebook Reels is opened up a whole world of free leads. And you can either emulate other people that are doing it, or figure out how to do it faceless, or just get out there and just put yourself out there. I've seen so many interesting people in this group I would love to see on camera doing some marketing on TikTok or Facebook Reels, just being themselves. I mentioned a couple of ladies' names, but I don't want to get in trouble. I giggle every time I see these two out there just being themselves, right? And so, I'll tell you one other thing too, which kind of interesting. My insurance agent, I could probably give her a plug, but my insurance agent has had a TikTok account for a while, and you look at her TikToks and she's in insurance. Okay. So it's like, how many people are going to really watch, but hundreds of views here, hundreds of views there, hundreds of views there. She recently went on a vacation and had a contractor changing out a bathtub in her bathroom, and her cat, I guess, got out of a bedroom door that had been closed. Contractor might open it, I don't know. And the cat got accidentally drywalled into the bathroom wall. I'm only giggling because the cat's fine. But my point is when she got home and had to smash a hole in the wall because she heard her cat crying from inside this wall, and then the cat comes running out, and she's got it all on camera. She put it on TikTok, just explaining, exactly what had happened. I think it's something like 2.4 million views to that TikTok. And the Today Show contacted her to do an actual story on what had happened. So you never know when that one thing is going to take off. And now this one insurance agent out there who actually owns her agency has gotten more free exposure than she probably knows what to do with. And a lot of people this happens to when you're just out there. Here I am. I'm 60 years old talking about making money online on TikTok, when everybody else is the average age on TikTok is 9 or 11, something like that. And I'm just trying to be myself. And I might have TikToks that get 12 views, and I got one out there that's got almost 100,000, and I'm just me. All right, telling people about making money online and stuff like that. Anyone can do this. Anyone can do this. And I recently invested in a faceless YouTube course because, again, I think with the tech out there and the AI available and whatnot, and a lot of people maybe not necessarily wanting to become an influencer or even put their name or their face out there on a video, this faceless YouTube thing could really be an answer. So I'm investigating that and looking into that. And I'll let you guys know about that later on too. But anyway, I just want to get out there, and I know I've gone half an hour. I just wanted to encourage people. If you've been run over by one of these less than ethical internet marketers and you've lost money investing in programs and now you're just flat out gun shy, I get it. Just take a breath, get down to the basics, right? Use Elena and myself, use this group, let's get the engagement going and you talk about the wounds if you want, but let's talk about how to get past them and the things that we should be doing and not the things we did that got us damaged or hurt, all right? Because we can rehash that for the benefit of moving forward, but to rehash it to be in a pity party and say, poor me, and, this sucks and yada, yada, that's not productive, all right? Now, if nobody was ever making money online, then you'd have a point. Wow, I got conned. I fell into that whole make money online scam that nobody has ever made money with, and shame on me. Well, that's not what happened. What happened was you just trusted the wrong people, okay? And Elaine and I are always going to be here to be able to help you, all right? I've shied away from the word mentor my entire life because I didn't want the responsibility that came with that word, but I'm okay with it right now. And if you guys think of us as mentors and use us as mentors, all right, the chances of getting hit by a bus again, some unethical internet marketer just putting their hand into your wallet, those chances go way down, okay? So anyway, enjoy the rest of the weekend. If you have any questions, you want to talk about this stuff, just post. You're just a post away from getting an answer, all right? You guys take care, bye.